So the reason for this can, I was trying to open up this can, and my husband, he just bought a new can opener, right? And it looks different from the traditional kind, right? And I was like, oh, interesting. So he's in the other room, and I didn't want to bother him, but I said, all right, let me try to figure this out. So I went here and I did the usual kind of thing, and I'm like, it doesn't look like it's working. Doesn't look like it's working. And I was like starting to get impatient and frustrated, right? So I'm like, all right, I have to go and bother him. So I go in the other room, and I'm like, this thing, how do you work this thing? And he says, well, get the can, I'll come and show you. So I go over to the can, and I'm like, wait, I actually smell the salmon. How did that happen? And then I realized something. Watch this. This is how it opens, okay? What are we used to when we use a can opener? We're used to the blade cutting into this section, and then it makes this perforation. But instead, it goes this way, see? I already took some out of the can, so that's why it's not full. Now, this is good stuff, by the way. So, look how it goes. And my husband said something, and I said, wow, that is some kind of advice for life, too. And he said something like, it doesn't look like it's working, but it does. It does work, right? And it reminds me of a lot of times in life, we could feel like we're not making progress, or where things are stagnant, right? But we don't realize that they are working. And I think he said something about it looks different. And that's the thing. Our successes in life, our gains in life, our progress, our blessings that God gives to us, they may not look like the way it happens to everyone else. And that's why we're not supposed to compare. We're not supposed, it's so easy, right? And we get into, I know I can get into this idea of scarcity. That's how one of my teachers in the past had talked about it, scarcity. It's like, we feel like, oh, well, if that one gets all that, then there's none for me. No, this is an abundant world because God has infinite blessings to bestow on us. So even if he totally blessed so-and-so, it doesn't mean that now you can't be blessed, right? So it just looks different. Everybody's life looks different. So as my dog goes nutso on that, I'll say to you, God bless you and have a lovely day.